with each other after the football season is over. And the thing about the Cowboys, this year I think probably is supposed to have one of their better teams, but you prepare for them. You know that you're going to.
Right now, the Falcons preparing to kick off. The co-captains for this evening were number 9, Derek Fletcher, number 63, Jeff Galino, number 73, Rich DeChalk, and number 80, Don Hauser. The Falcons have elected to kick off to begin this game. Doing the kicking chores for the Falcons is number 48, Matt Rakic, Jr. Deep for the Cowboys, number 29 and number 34. Matt Gilchrist and Tyrone Lockett will be deep receive. I can tell already it'll be hard to read the numbers of the Chaney players. The red on black isn't very visible from this spot. That's 34 receiving, Lockett, and he has a nice return. He's in the open yardage, and he'll bring it all the way back out to the 37-yard line where the Cowboys start with good field position.
And something we'll have to be aware of tonight, Kevin, is the speed of the Cowboys. You do probably have some kids and run better than some kids they've had in the recent years. And I think if you look back, we're talking about scrimmage. Southgate was a problem, I think. With the quickness, and hopefully we do a bit better job trying of tackling some of the speedy backs that the Cowboys have.
Quarterback for the Cowboys is number 23, and that's 36 is the ball carrier, Dave Delvecchio, and he has good yards, close to a first down. Pick up about 9 on play.
There's another example, what we were just saying. We just against South in that scrimmage, 7 did tackle very well. We had people there, and we just hit and wrap, and picking up probably about 7 or 8 yards where it should have been stopped from the game.
It's usual for Coach Hartman to have Falcons go out on defense first, usually so they can get the first hits out of the way and make some big plays on defense. But right there, the Chaney Cowboys produce. Bring up 2nd down and 2, ball now resting on the Cowboys' 46-yard line. It's going to be a pass right over the middle, and 34 has the reception. Tyrone Lockett, he's already in the Falcons territory. That'll be a pickup of close to 15 yards, and now the Cowboys are on the move.
I guess, too, Ken, we heard a lot of rumors about how poorly Chaney looked against Campbell in the scrimmage. Campbell just, as a lot of people said, annihilate him. And this is not what Coach Hartman, I think, wanted to hear, because the kids sometimes think they're going to go out and have it easy, because they're up against a Cowboy team that, maybe got handled by somebody during the scrimmage.
Handoff to the second man out of the backfield, and he is stopped right away. Good play out front, number 80, Don Hauser, number 29 for the Falcons, stuck Campbell in on that stop. Pick of only 2 for the Cowboys.
One good sign. Okay, we got 4 or 5 people at football, but again, we had the initial contact there. We can bring down back, who is really not that big and not more of a speed type, a quick runner than he is a power back, and we're having trouble bringing people down.
Well, maybe some of the inexperience that the Falcons are showing right now. Chaney is on the move. 2nd down and 8, ball resting on the Falcons' 40-yard line. The pitches to the 3rd man in the backfield, and he's able to pick up 3 on the carry. Stop was made by Marakovic, number 48, number 77, and Burton, number 79, John Polish.
And for key situation of the game, we got 3rd, 6, and Chaney's got a pretty good drive going. So we're almost again, I think, in 4-down territory. We're just inside 40. So we got to come up with 2 pretty good football plays.
It's interesting what you mentioned earlier about the scrimmages. Most people like to see those scrimmages and start assessing the future. But when the first game comes around, it's surprising how quickly teams will put together, how good they'll do. 3rd down and 6. Pitch is number 29, and he slips, and that'll be down right there. So he loses 3 yards on the play, and he'll bring up the 4th down situation. It's probably a punting situation for the Cowboys.
Yeah, we got people with football again, Ken. And go back in, we've talked a lot about the scrimmages already. We're just in the middle of the 1st quarter. But, I can remember when we were coaching, we really never wanted to look that good in a scrimmage. Again, it always gave you things to work on during the week after, a couple of days after the scrimmage. And sometimes, the kids did get that big head or confidence, more or less to say. And I think we always did better during the year when we didn't have good scrimmages.
West back deep for this punt. And he's going to let it go, and it's going to bounce on the 5. And if Chaney can cover it, we are going to start in poor field position for our first offensive possession of the night. Well, that was a nice punt there by the Cowboys punter. We're starting on our own 6-yard line. 34-yard punt, but a very effective 34 yards.
And up to this point, Chaney looks like a pretty good football team, Ken. Everything's going their way with the exception of that one play there where the running back slipped and fell. And now we've got 96 yards. We've got to go for a score, so we've got to work at that. We've got to try at least get in some decent field position if we do have to punt.
Derek Fletcher Sr. will be at the helm for the Falcons this year. This is his 2nd year as starting quarterback. And off number 32, Wesson. He has open room, and he has speed. And that's going to take him all the way out to the Falcons' 25-yard line. Pick up 20 yards in the first play. Well, that's a good sign for a Falcon offense that was quite lethargic in the beginning of the season last year.
And it's also a good sign in this football game, Kevin, because Chaney's always been a tough football team to run the football on. And, we come on, we're on the 5-yard line. First play from, scrimmage, pick up about 20 yards. That's a pretty good sign right now.
Falcons this year not running the wing tee as said in the past. It's more of a straight tee at some moment with 2 halfbacks, and there's no designated wingback this year. There's still a lot of similarity to last year's formation. Handoff is the number 48 Marakovic. And he's going to pick up about 5 on play, bring up second down and 5. Number 66 on the stuff for the Cowboys. That's Chuck Rouse, defensive end for the Cowboys.
And, questions you asked me earlier, Kevin, about the key to, success, for this football season. And I think right now, we're showing pretty good signs of that. It's controlling the line of scrimmage. We didn't do too bad a job, really, defensively, just attack well. And here offensively, we're coming off the ball well, and we're getting some decent running.
Weston's now at the wing split end to the far side of the field. On the counter, Fletcher's going to hand off to see who the ball carrier was for the Falcons. That's number 34 is the ball carrier. Albert Connorth Jr. He's going to pick up about 2. Now comes the first third down situation for the Falcons and a possible passing or running situation here.
We're only one man there from breaking that. Somebody, I can see who it was. As you said, it's going to be difficult picking numbers after the Cowboys, but somebody was even down on the ground, just reached out with an arm and tripped him up. Otherwise, we've got at least a first down and probably a lot more.
Morakovic, the lone back behind Fletcher. Third down and 4. Fletcher's going to throw the ball, but it will be a keeper, and he's going to get first down yardage. And he's out to the 40-yard line, where the Falcons have a first down, or the second first down of the evening. Going to pick up 9 yards on that play.
That's a good offensive play for Derek to run, Kevin, because he does a decent job of throwing the football, and it's just like having another running back back. He's got some good quickness and a real good open field run. So it puts a lot of pressure on the outside people there for the Cowboys.
Now the Falcons will use a lot of switching of the formation. Handoff is going to be that handoff to 32 to Weston, and he's going to open up on that. What used to be the wingback counter trap, now just the counter trap, I suppose, since there's no wingback. But either way, it's predictive for the Falcons. It's going to pick up close to first down yardage, and the Falcons are going to get right into Chaney Cowboy territory.
I think we're going to break one here real quick, because we're getting some people into that secondary, and we got some people who can scoot. Weston now is a great open field runner, and we keep getting holes like that for him. It's only a matter of time before he picks a decent-sized gain, for a decent-sized gain.
Well, while they're measuring, let's set up the offense down on the field and at lines that's not doing such a good job of opening holes for the backs. At tackles for the Falcons, number 73, Richard Chalk, number 79, John Bush. Excuse me, that was the defense. Let's try this now. That's 79, John Bush is the tackle out there on the field on offense as well as defense. The other tackle, number 72, Trent Mascol. At guards, we have number 63, Jeff Galino, and number 53, Todd Mardia. At center is number 68, Tony Lorenzo. And the tight end in the front line is doing so well tonight is number 80, John Hauser. So the Falcons now have a second down and very short one, ball resting just inside Chaney territory. Fletcher's going to pass on first down. He sees his opening, and he's moving, but he's going to get the first down, not much more. Pick up about 3 on the play. It's interesting for Coach Hartman to call a pass since a second and short situation. Yep. Dave usually isn't known as a frequent flyer when it comes passing.
That did kind of surprise me, Kevin, but again, the type of play ran is just what I talked about here, earlier. The fact that, you can get Derek out there and you've got, the option to run or pass, and probably, I would say, you're probably going to see him run more often than pass, and that wasn't a real risky play, but you're right. We usually don't do those types of things in those situations.
Have the lone back again, Rakovic behind Fletcher. And he's going to get carry. He has some open territory, and he has the end zone in sight. He's still up on his feet, and he's down to the 20-yard line. That's a pickup of 22 yards on play. Big pickup for number 48, Matt Rakovic Jr.
And good sign to we're doing just about anything we want to right now on offense, and again, the reason why is those people up front are doing a job. We're doing a decent job running the football as far as the backs are concerned, but a lot of daylight there.
Going back to the pass, Dave Hartman right now has the ability to call whatever play he wants. It seems that we're controlling the line of scrimmage, and we are setting the tone of the game, and that's funny in favor of the Falcons.
Someone coaching is fun.
First down and 10, ball resting on the 19-yard line. Weston in motion, handoff to Markovic again. He stumbles forward for about 6 on carry.
And this is a typical Falcon drive, too, because, we look up at the clock, and there's only 4.5 minutes left in the first quarter. So, yeah, we are similar to many. We've talked about that before. We very seldom do break the big play, but, when we do score, we up a quarter or so of the clock and put a lot of pressure on the football team. We'll catch up football.
Falcons now facing with a 2nd and 5 situation. Split to the side field, number 10, Jeff Scott. Fletcher's going to throw the ball. He has number 32, Chuck Weston, and Weston is into the end zone for a touchdown. That will be a 13-yard pass reception. Fletcher to Weston for the first points of the season for the Falcons, a quick 6.
Have a different call again by Coach Hartman there, but the thing was, they got everybody jammed up in there because they're having trouble stopping the run and a little play action there. We got somebody wide open, so again, not a real risky call, but something out of the ordinary for our coaching staff.
Right now, the Falcons will be kicking for the point after. Number 30 is doing the kicking chores. And as well in the press bucket, we don't have a 30 on the rosters. We'll try to find out who that is. And that is no good. maybe for not having his name on the roster is good at this moment, but that'll be no good, and the Falcons stay ahead with 3:57 remaining in the first period, 6-0.
Well, I guess they said it's a pretty impressive start. Everybody's talking about, the fact that we like to win 3-4 ball games against here, just like they did a couple years ago, and I think we ended up like 9-1. But boy, you take the football on your own 5-6 yard line and drive the length of the field. Like that's a pretty decent football team like Cowboys. I don't know. I think a lot of these people are going to be out.
Looking top bottom on our Falcons roster, we really don't have the size this year as we had in the past, but the team kind of reminds me of that 1986 playoff team. They didn't have the size either, but they had a lot of finesse and a lot of enthusiasm, and right now the Falcons have been doing both of those on that opening drive. Now we have kicking off again is number 48, Marakic, will be kicking off for the second time this evening. To receive again is number 34 for the Cowboys, Hiram Lockett, number 29, Matt Gilchrist. This is always a critical part of the game, the special teams, and Falcons try to stress this as much as possible. Nice kick from Marakic. Lockett back to his 5-yard line, but he finds some open room, and finally he swarmed under number 29 and number 22 in the stop for the Falcons. And Rod Ophel and Chuck Hamill stop.
That's a good point, Kevin, about special teams, because, again, just like in this situation, they can really help the defense out a lot, because here we're making, I don't know what your goals were, but we used to have a goal of keeping inside the 30-yard line. You give them field position. Then they kind of set the tempo of the game, too. They go down and make a good step, but they can kind of fight the defense up a little bit.
And that will have Burke starting from his 27-yard line. He hands off right up the middle, and the ball carrier goes nowhere. Number 28 on the stop for the Falcons. That's Michael Horno. Also, Chuck Campbell in on the stop.
And again, we're getting 2, 3, 4, 5 people in the football, Kevin. That's a good sign. Again, if you are not tackling real well, there's other people there to help out. Chaney back aren't getting yardage. Did the first time they had the football in the first time. We're bringing people down now at the point of contact.
Locked in motion for the Cowboys. And a good play by the Falcons. Number 77 gets himself a TFL, a tackle for the loss. That is defensive tackle number 77, Ben Burton, a junior. Nice play on his part. It's going to be a loss of 3 on that play. He was able to penetrate and stop that sweep in the tracks.
Yeah, right now we're just controlling the line of scrimmage, Kevin. And the Cowboys don't look like the same football team they did during that first drive. And, of course, we don't look like the same team either. Defensively doing a much better job.
Quickly, the momentum turned, and now the Falcons are playing very good football. Turk's going to pass for the second time this evening. He had lots of time in the backfield. Now he's shooting downfield. He has an open receiver, but it's way over his head. I don't know what scared him more in that play, how much time Turk had to throw the ball or how open the receiver was.
Both games. I think the reason probably why he did come open like that was I think that originally the play was designed to go the other way, and I think it was kind of a broken pattern. He just picked up another route and did find some open area. Unfortunately, the pass wasn't accurate because they'd have had a big gain, maybe a score.
Fletcher and O'Callaghan were on the coverage there. Chuck Weston is now back to return his second punt of the evening. West is a threat because of speed. Also, he was the leading punt return in the SEC last year, averaging 17.9 yards per return. Well, this punt does not even give him a chance to return. It's going to roll into Falcon territory and stop dead on the 43-yard line. So the Falcons will start with good field position. As you probably noticed, the Falcons do a lot of changing in their lineup, and a lot of people will be seen out there tonight on the field. It's usually the situation, a lot of people alternating, so we'll try to keep you on top of all the changes that happen in Falcon offense and defense.
And this is a key point for the Cowboys here, because if we just move football down the field at will and score again, it's good out of hand here.
And off the 34, Albert Connor, then he's going to get a good yard. He's still spinning his way, so he's going to pick up 10 and extra 3 on his strong efforts toward the end. Good run by Connor.
Yeah, Cowboys right now are kind of tackling like we did in that first series, and they're really not wrapping. Of course, the Falcons doing a pretty decent job running the ball there. Albert just spinning and turning and breaking through some arm tackles there and picked up a nice first down.
Everything's working right now for the Falcons. Their lines exploding, their backs are running good. In the backfield, we have Weston, number 40, Jeff Powers. Connor's in motion, and Weston on the counter, and he's going to bust forward for a good 5 yards. There's nothing the Cowboys can do right now to stop the Falcons' surge.
And that's key there, too, Kevin. I don't think they've really done a bunch of job on first down. We get 4 and 5, 6 yards of track, and that, as we pointed out earlier, makes play calling a little bit easier. Now you get 2 downs, 3 downs to pick up maybe only 4 yards, and that's usually not too difficult for us to do.
Number 10, Jeff Scott, brings in play for Falcons. He's alternating as split in with number 22, Bob Tofill, bringing in Dave Hartman calls on the sideline. Second down and 5, ball on the Cowboys' 41-yard line. Powers on his first carry of the evening, and he's still going all the way down to the 30-yard line.
Is that relative yours, Kevin?
Pick up of 8 yards. Yes, if you notice, the last name out there is familiar. It is my younger brother. He's out on the field. He's fourth and last in many of us at a Powers family who did play football.
All good ones, too, Kevin.
Also, a lot of names are familiar on the Falcon team. A lot of people out there. Starry's younger Mike Starry's young brother, Matt Starry's out there. Tony Dorenzo's at center. His older brother, John Dorenzo, just graduated last year with center. There's many more names that are familiar. Weston in motion. Powers gets the handoff again, and he's able to get through the line of scrimmage for a pickup of about 4.
Then you got a family like Tofels that go way back. Because I think the older brother, Todd, played football back when I coached, and I wasn't even, that was a few years before I decided to give up. So that family there goes way back. But they've always been fortunate. We've had families like that, they've had great athletes and that just continue on the tradition of good football players, especially here at Fitch.
That's a strong indicator of the community and the support we have of the football program and the heritage. Right now, I'd like to make an announcement in accordance with the Austintown School Levy that's going to be put on the ballot November 5th. We are asking the community to vote yes on the proposed 3.9 tax mill levy. Because of the effects of state budget freeze, loss of local resources, and inflation, additional operating funds are needed to continue the excellent programs now in place at Austintown Fitch High School. And so we do ask you to support the Austintown Fitch High School and Austintown local school levy and vote yes in November.
I was going to ask too, Kevin, to pay the electric bill. Somebody turned the lights on his hair. I can't see these numbers anymore.
Yeah, it's interesting now, starting the season out down in the press box where usually we're up top until the weather gets a bit too cold for us. And it's always a difficult position here. It's sometimes difficult to see the numbers of the players and the numbers on the field. Right now it's good because the field is painted very nicely. They did a nice job on the numbers here this evening. So that'll be the end of the first quarter, and that was the exchange of quarter. Falcons still have possession of the ball. Second down and 7, ball on the Cowboys' 28-yard line. Score still Falcons 6, Cowboys nothing. Weston hand off to Connors. He's tripped up in the backfield, and he'll pick up 1 on the play. He'll bring up 3rd down long, something the Falcons hadn't had to face that much this evening.
That play just took a little bit too long to develop, Kevin. He got a little bit of penetration, and Connors and Albert stepped up the backfield there.
So it'll bring up a 3rd down situation.
And again, we have to point out, it's 4th down territory. We're down inside 30-yard lines. We've got, to figure out, good football plays, can pick us up at least 7 yards or more.
The way the Falcons have been going, I don't think they'll need the 4th down in this situation. At one back in the backfield, Jeff Powers, number 40. Connors in motion. Powers gets the call, and he has an open hole. And he's close to first down yards. So that last pitch effort might have brought him to the 20-yard line, and that is out for the first down.
Like a little truck play at the middle there. We got obviously a lot of run room, and Jeff did a nice job there spinning and picking up the first down there. He got that last yard or so there was a little bit extra effort.
Now, there's been a lot of talk about change in the offense this year, but the Falcons, they eliminated the designated wing back. They'll still run the wing T, and there are skeptics out there. I was one to begin with. It seems to be running very smoothly, having 2 halfbacks and the fullback. There's a lot of possessions, a lot of ball carrying by a lot of individuals out there, and a lot of variety. And that's a lot of okay. First down and 10, ball on the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Fletcher's going to roll out and throw the ball. He ducks it under, and he's going to get into the 17-yard line, pick up only 3 on that play.
And probably, the reason for that change might be the fact that they're just adjusting to the personnel. You feel maybe they have a couple kids in there that maybe should be running the football a little bit more. And you have to give coaching staff credit for making an adjustment like that. And, of course, being able to adjust like that. Sometimes, some people's staff can't do that.
Falcons right now have a lot of juniors and seniors out there, both on offense and defense, and have a lot of people substituting. That should keep them fresh for this ball game and for the rest of the season. Not many people are going both ways full time. 35 in motion. Weston's going to get countered, and he's going to push forward for about 4. He's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down marker. Gilchrist and Pauly on the stop for the Cowboys.
We got about 4 to go, Kev. We're on the 15-yard line. So again, 4 down territory. We just got to come up with 2 football plays again. Of course, last time you were right, Kev. We didn't need them. We picked up about 8 on the 1 carry by a member of the family.
It's unfortunate, though, we can't get to use the word gel that much this evening. I was talking to Ken Crane, the voice of the Falcons earlier, and we were talking about the use of the word gel. But the Falcons had gel, and right on that play, they picked up another first down with Albert Connors picking up about 6 yards on the carry inside the 10-yard line in scoring position.
Why, we pointed this out many times, our broadcasts are Kevin about being the underdog. And I always think that's an advantage. And, of course, knowing the people that we have out there, the personnel that we have out there, I just can't see us losing as many football games as some people think, because we've got some good athletes there. I think when the final bell tolls, we're going to have our share of wins.
Yeah, I've seen local news broadcasts, and the Falcons' reviews for this upcoming season have been less than favorable. They're changing that image right now. Powers is still on his scrimmage, and he's down the 5-yard line. Pick up about 4 on play.
And again, we got a pretty good drive on. We're 4 and 5 yards to death, and you look up there, that little clock keeps kind of walking. And again, we get a 2-3 touchdown lead on some teams, and it's pretty hard to come back against us, because even if they do score once, and the way our offense usually moves, we get the ball back again. We're always good for 6, 7, play 5, and again, before the football game's gone.
And he's only owned the ball about 3 minutes in his first half so far, and the Falcons have been able to dominate and score 6, and right now threatening to score 6 more. And that's 35's the ball carry. He's in there. That's Jason Cosa at halfback alternating in there with Albert Honor, and he brings it to a 3rd and goal to go, 4 yards to the goal line. You know, it's interesting. We always bring up, the Falcons seem to always start first down and goal to go like around the 9-yard line. It's always tough to put it in from there.
Kevin, we've always made a point to bring it up because over the years, as long as I've been playing, coaching football, watching it, you know, you start from just inside that 10-yard line, boy, it's really tough. It's nice to start somewhere down around the 5-yard line, inside the 5, because things do get a little bit tougher down there.
In comes the goal line offense, powers the lone back line, Fletcher. Connor in motion. Fletcher's going to roll out. He sees the goal line. He throws the ball, and touchdown. Who is that on reception? See the reception, I think that was number 80, on Hauser. Yes, number 80, on Hauser, the tight end, in for 6 points and a touchdown. Second touchdown of the evening with 7:11 left in the second period.
Yeah, tough defense down there because now again with a quarterback with running capabilities of Fletcher, Kevin, you know, that's a lot of pressure on those corner people because now do you come up, you stay back, and of course I think they decided they made a decision to come up and try and prevent him from running the ball in for a score, and he dumped the ball to Hauser there for the score.
That was a nice play by Derek. He did a good job of reading that, like you said. Falcons going to go for 2 in this play to make up that missed extra point. Weston skirts across the playing field. Fletcher's going to go on the option, and he gets close, and he's in. Nice play by Derek Fletcher. He lunged for that one, and he picks up the extra 2 points.
We're going to call that one back, and if you notice, Weston was out here in motion. He'd make one step or a move towards the goal line, you know, so he was, you know, that was the little procedure, you know, because he was in motion, and he decided to retreat again, and we're going to have to try that one again.
And that's the call, and it's going to move Falcons back. Now it'll be interesting whether they go to or bring in kicking squad. That's what the coach on the sidelines are debating.
I think we're going to go for 2, and I think we're going to see the same play scored a touchdown. Kevin, I think you're going to do the same thing. There we have the option of running or throwing the ball.
And we'll see. There seems to be some discussion on the field. Dave Hartman sends in number 35. That's Jason Cosa with the play, and they're going to go for 2. I'll have to go from the 7-yard line.
Well, let's see what happens here. That's a chance for those folks out there again to do some coaching there. And of course, do it now and don't wait till the play's over.
I agree with you. We go with successful play of Fletcher on a boot pass, and that's what we're going to go right now. But he's taking it all the way himself, and he had an easier time that time than the play before, and that's 7 yards into the 2-point conversion. So far, Derek Fletcher has been a part of all 14 Falcon points this evening, throwing 2 touchdown passes and scoring the 2-point conversion.
Again, that's, you know, like I said earlier, that's a tough play. The defense, and the thing which the Cowboys did do was, you know, they didn't have anybody really forcing Derek right now, you know, to make a decision whether to run or pass. And made that one look too easy.
Derek Fletcher,
that's what we want.
Derek Fletcher doing a big turnaround this year. He commanded the Falcon offense for 7 games last year, and he was 4 out of 4 quarterbacks in the SBC passing. He was 19 of 40 with a 47.5 percentage for 223 yards with 2 TDs last year and 6 interceptions. But already he's got his 2 TDs for this year, and his throwing and running have been impressive this evening.
And I think the reason he has been so successful here recently, Kevin, with these runs, in fact, what we've done previously in a football game, we were so successful inside that now Chaney trying to get their defenses off that and, you know, giving you something outside.
Maravich been doing a nice job of kicking off for the Falcons, and the Chaney receiver's going to get that on the 10 and bring it out to the 25-yard line where he'll be stopped by a surge of Falcon defenders as they unpile. Bob Total, number 22, in on that stop.
Again, good job by the specialty teams because now we, of course, would reach one of our goals anyways, Kevin. The fact that they kept them at the 30-yard line, that's doing a pretty good job because most kids can't kick the ball that deep. And if you can down and stop people inside the 30, you know, kids done an excellent job on that specialty team.
Right now, at this stage, the Falcons will reach probably many of their goals this evening, and they're usually coaches who set up the goals for the team to meet each game. And there's a wide variety, both offense, defense, and special teams. I formation behind Turk, drops straight back to pass, and he's being pressured by 73. And it's going to run out of bounds, number 73 for the Falcons, attack Rich the Chalk Sr. He puts pressure to run Turk out of bounds, and he'll lose about 3 on play.
I think already we forced Chaney to change the game plan, Kevin, because, you know, basically we were trying to run the football earlier in the game. But again, you know, you get behind by 2 scores to us, and, you know, you better put the football up in here and try to get back in the game in a hurry because especially the way we're going tonight, I haven't seen the ball much.
Cowboys definitely do have a place to catch a ball. They're down 14 points, and they haven't been able to generate much offense after their first series. They garnered 2 first downs, but that's been about it. Switch in defensive front, and Turk's on the option. He's going to take it himself. He doesn't get very far. Pick up about 3. Good play there by number 29, Cam, the strong safety.
That's a real good football player, Kevin, because as you pointed out too before, you know, field tackling is quite difficult, and looked like they had some run room there, and Chuck, nice tackle.
Yeah, it's good to see the Falcons doing strong offense and defense. Defense doing what they need to do. 3 plays and out. The offense keeps the ball. Actually gets boring for defensive players never in the game. So, but it's all their job to be 3 plays and out. third down and long, 12 yards. Turk's going to try to pass the ball. Pitches it. Number 29 for the Cowboys. He goes nowhere. Mark Gilchrist. Number 79, John Bullish, makes the stop, and he gets a TFL there, a tackle for a loss, and that'll bring up fourth down. So with Chuck Weston return the ball in a punting situation for the third time this evening.
Well, we're really dominating that line of scrimmage now, Kevin, because, you know, when the ball's snapped, well, there's 3-4 way jerseys with about a yard or two penetration every play. That's not a good sign for the Cowboys.
This is right now the Falcon defenders. When you're in there, make your tackle now because you're not going to be in there very long. All Falcon defenders in the line of scrimmage, but they're going to set up return. Another low punt. West's going to field this one. First one he got a chance to. Goes back 3 yards. And he's still going. He gains back those 3. And a nice hit of Cowboys. He's going to pick up 2 on that carry on that return. But he did about 9 yards worth of running.
At least.
Well, little finesse there by Chuck Weston. Good effort. Not much in the end result. But that's first down and 10 for Falcon inside Cowboy territory. Fletcher still at the helm. 2 wings for the Falcons. West, one of them in motion. Fletcher going to pull back. He's going to throw the ball. He evades some Cowboys, and he's on his own now. And he's going to pick up 10 yards on the play. He's down to the Chaney 37-yard line. Well, Dick Fletcher getting his chance to do everything tonight. Pass, ball, and run.
We said earlier, like have a running back there in the backfield because, you know, he's just as well as anybody else back there. Instead, you know, he can pass, so pressure on defense.
I've had a lot of Falcon players tell me that Derek Fletcher is about the best all-around athlete out on the field, the best person in shape and one of the quickest. So he's showing his moves this evening. Also, we've got to give credit where credit's due. Again, the offensive line is doing a good job. They've opened up the holes for the backs, and they've allowed these 14 points to come quick and easy for Falcons. Talking about people, the fact that the NFL gives her one walk, and you know, sometimes you'll get back to it down and look at, but the majority of the time, it's pretty much strong on that back and run room. They're not going to be able to pass the first night. I mean, there's some getting ours running backs. Number 80, Don Hauser, senior inside linebacker tight end, shake up on that play. He'll have to sit out of it. I don't think he was seriously injured. Incoming for him is number 42, Don Milwaukee, and he'll be taking over at tight end. Please, of course, forgive us for any mispronunciation of the names. We're still working. It is the first game, and it always takes us time to get all the names, all the players down. Yeah, we always find something to have trouble with. First down and 10, ball resting on the Cowboys' 37-yard line. Weston in motion. That's Mrakovich on carry, and he gets good yards on play, 4 yards. If I've been able to pick at least 4 yards on just about every play, and when you're gaining 4 yards on the ground every play, there's nothing the defense can really do to stop you. Quick, probably maybe midway through the third quarter, I think Cowboys are going to get one down. There's things that, you know, Sean comes out already. On this kind of one of them, especially here on offense, just totally dominating the ball. I think it's starting to wither a little bit already. That's Cook's in motion, and Fletcher on bootleg, and he's still moving. He sees the first down marker, and he gets just about where he has to be, just inside the 25-yard line, just outside of it. So they're measured here. You know, it's interesting. It's a nice warm night. We really haven't got a chance to talk about crimps yet. We'll get into that. We'll get Dr. Corinne over there to Dr. Barron. Yeah, it's not a Chaney Fitch game, you know, unless Randy to talk his chance to talk about cramps. I know we didn't pass up our opportunity last year, the year before, and hopefully some will get cramps tonight. The only difference, I think, this year, it's probably about somewhere around 80 degrees out, and that's kind of cool because you know, we've been used to this summer machine or late having temperatures up around 90 degrees mark. So yeah, it's surprising how good the field looks too. Because of the drought, we wouldn't expect grass to dry up. There are brown spots, and I know later in the season if it rains, there'll be the famous hole of mud around 30-yard lines on the field. But right now, the field looks pretty good condition. We were talking away there, and I don't think Falcon had enough for the first down. There. No, but we did miss the measure. They're about a ball length short of a first down. So it'd be interesting what the call will be. They're just going to go straight ahead for the first down. Fletcher's going to pop through with the quarterback sneak, but that was probably one of the least performed of all the Falcons' plays so far this evening. It was not very inspiring. And that's all that matters at that point. 3:15 remaining in this first half. Falcons within distance and enough time to score again. They're on the 27-yard line of Cowboys. Yeah, I think again we're going to try and last night with really been effective with that. Play and very rolling on the handoff is Connor 34, and he's going down to the 20-yard line. He'll pick up of about 6 on the play on that first down play, so it'll be up second down and around 4. It'll be interesting to see the stats after this game. Every back for the Falcons should have themselves a nice tally of yards.
there's only one thing to be concerned about. I think Chaney had that about 4 or 5 successful football players on offense, and then of course, having half football, I think everything is we have to record on.
Tokyo wide to this side of the field. Handoff is to Weston, and he doesn't get very much on that play. Good defensive play by the Cowboys. Only pick up about 2, so to bring up 3rd down and short for the Falcons. Just about 2 minutes remaining here in the first half play. Rakovic alone back. Jeff saw it wide out to this side of the field. And to bring Connor in motion, Fletch going to roll out once again, and he's going to throw it to number 10. Jeff got nice catch on his part. He makes a reception down in the 3-yard line. Good play by Split and Jeff Scott, number 10. He's a junior. I remember him telling me about how well you taught him to scoop those up, and I definitely used it out there on the playing field right now. It's not about 1st and goal. Good 1st and goal from our standards because they only have 3 yards to put into the hay there. 1:12 remaining in his first half. Fox will probably be able to put on another 6 points and tack on another for 7, and they'll be able to go in the halftime here, sitting very pretty. Hand off to Marakovic, and he fights through all the way over the goal line. That's a touchdown for Marakovic. That's 2 more points with 55 seconds remaining in the half. He just basically fell into the end zone there. So the Falcons are now up by a score 22-0. Of course, being this press box, we're always being harassed by other people. Everyone's an expert as they stand here. Please, people, do something with yourselves. And that one would be good. Number 30, the kicker. We don't have number. Greg Buttress, we get his name from King Corinth.
It's good. About the 21.
That'll bring the Falcons up. That'll bring the Falcons up by 21 points. And the Cowboys still have a goose egg on board there. Right now, we'll take the time to, since Falcons are doing so well, it's a good time to talk about the future. And I mentioned earlier, next week we will be traveling to Menor, take on the Menor Cardinals. After that, we have an interesting schedule this season. We have a couple Saturday games, and we also have a trip to Brook, West Virginia. And that's the Brook, West Virginia. We're playing a team that's been in state final game for 3 years, and they only lost last year. They'd won the 2 previous years, so they have a reputation in West Virginia. And it'll be interesting for the Falcons to make that 4-hour trip to play Brook in West Virginia. They have a big school there, and hey, West Virginia is an exciting place, I guess. Okay, that Marakovic kick not as good as his previous kicks, and there goes that goal. The Cowboys are out to the 35-yard line. They didn't come inside the 30, but the Falcons are doing so well all around that it really doesn't matter at this point. 50 seconds remaining in the half. Turk has an eye behind him, 2 wide outs. Now he has 3 up on the line, so this is definitely a passing situation. He drops straight back. He's looking deep. And they have the man sneaking down the sidelines. He had no choice to throw the ball. He's had so much pressure from number 73, the Chuck, that he had to wing that up there, but no chance for the receiver. Incomplete. Pretty difficult situation with a boy like him because, it's obviously really going to be coming. I hope the Falcons will be able to come out of this game uninjured because next week they do take on Menor and have games, again, tough teams like Mooney and Ursuline as usual. Boardman, SBC. We also play Youngstown East this year, our final game of the season. We haven't played Youngstown Austintown Fitch since 1928, and we lost to them 28, so I missed that one too. But we'll be playing the Gold Bears from Youngstown East, so that'll be another interesting game. That'll be the last game of the year. But until then, we have a lot of tough contests. Masson will be coming in the Falcon Stadium, and usual SBC matchups. So it'll be tough for the Falcons. Hopefully they can maintain this momentum and go into the season and come out into playoffs in a good playoff position. So that'll be 3rd and 10, ball on the Cowboys' 38-yard line. 16 seconds remaining. It should be the last play, depending on how quick it's executed. Turk draws straight back. He's looking downfield. He's going to take a spin. Oh, nice play. I saw it coming all the way. And he's going for the end zone almost. Now pickoff there by number 79 senior Joe Post. Oh, he wished he had a faster 40 time because he's 3 yards from the end zone. That big play. I saw that coming away. You know, it's interesting. He's a defensive tackle, and John Push played that like a defense back. He waited for the very last second. The quarterback released the ball. He made a good play, and he brought it all the way down to 4 yards. Oh, you know, he's going to look at that over and over again and say, if only a little faster.
They don't get the opportunity to score, boy, he should have had the opportunity there. I thought he was not in problem.
That's first turnover of the ball game and first turnover of the season for the Falcons. They're a +1 in the giveaway takeaway. And I don't think John Bush expected him to have the first interception of the season, too.
Well, he did a nice job of reading that. He didn't screen setting, but he kind of figured out there to the wall thing they were trying to stop. And quarterback obviously didn't even put it right to him. But they would say, I always see that lineman brain relative to goal, so they always trying for a touchdown.
Well, right now there's 7 seconds remaining, so there's a little strategy ball here. We're on a 4-yard line. We're only going to get one play in order to put it in.
They try and run the score up there. I mean, it's still at the end of the first half, and who knows what's going to happen in the second half. You still have to try and as many points on the board as you possibly can.
This is a drastic turnaround from last season when we had a sluggish offense that only managed 1 touchdown in the first 3 games. Now we have 3 touchdowns already going for our 4th. Fletcher going out. He sees the end zone again, and he's in. So Dick Fletcher has had his hands in on 3 of 4 touchdowns this evening. One he scored right there on his own, a 4-yard dive with 7 seconds remaining, and he threw a 13-yard pass and a 4-yard TD pass, and Matt Marakovich rounded that out with the previous TD. This one, a 3-yard push into the end zone. So right now, the Falcons lead by 27 points.
Yeah, the Cowboys still haven't been able to adjust to that particular offensive play. And of course, when you ring so well inside, the outside is going to always be there, and we're still hurting him up inside. So Derek getting an opportunity then to turn the corner there and a quite successful football play.
And that's up. And so our unnamed field goal kicker number 30 is 2 for 3 on extra points this evening.
Might be Paul McFadden from the Eagles. I think he got let go there last week, didn't he?
Well, that's 1 second left, and that'll be time only for one special team play, and that's the Falcons kicking off the Cowboys. Oh, we have time. We all never get a chance. We usually forget about it, but let's talk about a little coach staff that's leading the Falcon squad this season. As I mentioned earlier, Dave Hartman is in his 7th year as head coach. Assisting him is Jack Henney, who's a defensive coordinator, and this is also his 7th year as head coach. And Jack takes care of the offense tackles and OLBs. Paul Casano is in his 3rd year coaching with Falcons, 10-year overall in the Glass football. He has the guards and centers on offense and the defensive tackles. Bart Docker is in his 2nd year coming back with Falcons. He was here a couple years earlier, and he has the quarterbacks and defense backs. Ollie Ford is in his 2nd year, and he coached the tight ends and wingbacks, and also he helps the outside linebackers. Mike Razor's a 1st-year coach here with the Falcons. He has the tight ends, defense tackles, and the nose men. And Jeff Zatchuk and Al Kimmel, they help with varsity. They also are responsible for the sophomore and JV squad. So that's the coaching staff this year. Right now, they can only be happy because the Falcons are up by 28 points. And now the squid kick right to the front line. That'll end the first half. And the Falcons will go into the locker room up by 28 points. And you can say just about only positive things here from the first half, John.
Yeah, I'm quite impressed with especially the offense. We can't say a whole lot of the defense, although they've done a superb job. It's like you said, 3 downs and out. But the offense has been able to do just about anything they want. They're effective inside. They go outside. With that Derek Fletcher, the option of passing and running. They've had success with that. And of course, as I said before, it's a lot of fun coaching because you're setting one thing up with another, as far as plays are concerned, and everything's working. So makes you look like a genius, I guess.
This team, well, we can only say they've gelled here in the first half, and we'll be back for the second half. And before then, you'll see Austintown Fitch High School marching bands. We'll be back for the second half.
Now featured in the sports of tonight's concert selection. We now present the exciting finale to Symphony No. 5 by Dmitry Shostakovich.
Hey, up there.
The band concludes the show with traditional patriotic tribute. Ladies and gentlemen, under the leadership of Pentagon Captain Jules Kay, the presentation of the colors to the Stars of Sixth River.
That was the Austintown Fitch High School marching band under the direction of Warren Snell and Joseph Pellegrini. And that was their first halftime show of the 1988 football season, and a very exciting one at that. Falcons are now back on the field, stretching. They lead by 28-0. Let's recap the scoring in the first half. The first score came with 3:57 remaining in the first period. A 13-yard pass from Fletcher to Weston, and that put the Falcons up 6-0. The PAT was missed, so that's how the ball game stood until 7:11 remaining in the second period, where Fletcher once again connected with the receiver, this time number 80 senior Don Hauser, and that was for 4 yards and 6 more points. Then Fletcher tacked on a 2-point conversion on his own, running it from 7 yards out. Then with 55 seconds remaining in the first half, Matt Mrakovich went from 3 yards out and put 6 more yards onto the scoreboard, and the Falcons at that point led after the PAT 21-0, and the final score came with 7 seconds remaining in the first half. Fletcher going in himself from 3 yards out. That was stopped by an interception and 20-yard return by tackle John Polish. And so the score now stands 28-0 in favor of the Falcons. Back again with me, John Work, and Kevin Powers doing play-by-play. Coming on the field are the co-captains once again for this evening. Derek Fletcher, Jeff Galena, Rich Chalk, and Don Hauser. And right now the Cowboys are also getting ready to start the second half. Well, with 28-0 lead, John, there's not much you can say other than the Falcons all they have to do is play the same kind of football they did in the first half, and they should have no problem coming away with victory.
Yeah, right, Kevin. The only thing is that, from a coaching standpoint, again, that you have to be concerned about or worried about the fact that there may be some complacency, because of the score. But again, it's just hard to believe the way the first half is on that the Cowboys could come back and muster any kind of an attack, that would make up 4 touchdown deficit they have right now. But strange things have happened, and I hope they don't happen tonight.
Yeah, surprising is the word you have to say for the Falcons in the first half. Yeah, I know I'm sounding complacent up here, thinking 28-0 would cruise through the second half, but you're right. A halftime is a long time for a team sitting in the locker room, and when they come back out, like I said, a lot of strange things have happened. We've seen many games that have gone awry here at Falcon Stadium itself.
I'm sure that's probably what Coach Hart and his staff spent most of their time on, or with in the locker room, was not adjustment, but the idea they wanted to keep them on more on a high, so they come back out here just as aggressive as they were, during that first half, and again, that's a big problem right now.
Don't know who won the totem toss. The Falcons did kick off to begin the first half, and they will receive in the south end zone to begin the second half. So not only do they have 28 points in the lead, they also get the ball to begin the second half, so that's another plus in favor of Falcons. They didn't get a chance in the first half to read off the defense, and I'd like to do that now. They were on the field so little, and things moved so fast that I never did get a chance. But out of the defense tonight, they've been doing such a nice job. Our tackles, Rich Jock and John Polish, to have that interception to set up the fourth Falcon touchdown. Ben Burton, the junior, is the nose tackle. At outside linebackers are Matt Starr, number 87, Todd Samardzija.
I think it is.
Yeah, we'll get that name. Don Hauser's inside linebacker, so is Matt Mrakovich. Powell and Jeff Galena will also be in that inside linebacking position. And the secondary rounds out with Chuck Campbell, Roto, Furtado, Puck, and Derek Fletcher. And that's the kick, and it's taken by one of the upbacks, and he's all the way out to the 43-yard line of the Falcons. That was number 33 for Falcons, Sean Scott, and he probably didn't expect to get that ball there, being one of the upbacks.
Well, he took advantage of it and picked up a nice little gain there. Ken ran real well with football.
Well, sun's still shining here on the Falcons because they get good field position to begin the second half. That metaphorically speaking, thank you, the sun is still shining. Ken Crano always there to remind me of anything that is deviant of normal speech, I suppose. Okay, play back to play, which is important here. Pickup of 3 yards by Mrakovich, and that'll bring him 2nd and 7.
I'm still confused, Kevin. What kind of speech was that?
I had mentioned that sun was still shining on the Falcons, and Ken took the word to everybody. There's no sun. It is nighttime.
I figured that out, Kevin.
But that was metaphorically speaking, of course.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
Mrakovich going back now, Weston next to him. Handoff is the Weston, and he has an open hole, and he's going to pick out another 4. That'll bring up 3rd down and short, and there's no laying up here on the Falcons' part.
I'm still surprised that we haven't broken one for a big player, Kevin. We've done an excellent job, as we pointed out here several times, the fact that we've controlled the line of scrimmage, but we haven't really broken a big play.
That's kind of ironic, because there's a lot of teams that will be such a powerhouse team that gain 4 and 5 yards in a shot, but they never really break that big play, and sometimes big play is what will make or break a game.
And, of course, we're capable of doing it. We have the speed in the backfield, we can do that type of thing.
Handoff on the counter, Connor, and he's right at midfield, but he's short of 1st down yard, so 4th down short. Well, we have to see a renewed Danny defense out there. They stopped the Falcons. Will we see the Falcons punt for the first time this evening?
And I think what you're probably going to see Chaney do more of, Ken, that they didn't do that much of in the first half, that I didn't notice anyway, was probably gamble a bit more. They're going to do some stunning and dealing inside their linebackers and inside people, and probably take more, a lot more chances and be a little bit more risky the second half. Of course, being down by 4 touchdowns, you got to do something to change the complexion of the game.
Todd O'Hallock will be punting for the first time this evening. And he gets a nice high kick. That's going to take Chaney receiver back inside the 10-yard line. Good punt by O'Hallock. Good coverage with Marakovich, and number 8 also leading that attack for the Falcons. Number 8 is unlisted, must be one of the sophomores, but he did a nice job there.
Oh, that's another phase of our game and part of our football team there that didn't see in the first half. Kevin, the punt game, of course, Todd gets up a tremendous punt. I guess, it's your night, and everybody just executing quite well.
Our kicking teams have quite flawless tonight. The special teams are led by Coach Paul Cadano along with his other duties. Right now, the Falcon defense is out on the field for the first time in the second half. And there's a pass over the middle. He was open on that flop pass, but no dice. So that's number 25 on coverage for the Falcons, and number 63. At 25 and 63, already we're seeing new people in there on the Falcons defense, so we got to keep on. That's Eric Tofill on the coverage, and Jeff Galino. So Jeff Galino playing middle linebacker.
And we're probably going to see those changes in the secondary. We have some people going both ways, Kevin, and give some of those people a break, especially Derek Fletcher and Rob Tofill.
Well, the band parents are nice enough to bring us some liquid beverage here to refresh ourselves, and that's nice of them. We thank them. Now, an incomplete pass to bring up third down. I've been waiting all halftime for this drink.
I had a little cotton mouth. Kevin, of course, they've been kind enough to turn the heat on for us here for the opening ball game.
Yeah, when I stepped outside, I didn't notice how cool it was out there. The heat on in here, it's worse than I think it's 80 degrees. It's pretty nice out here. Nice night for football. We have a nice crowd here at Falcon Stadium, too. Third down and 10. Ball rest on the Cowboys' own 12-yard line. Turk is the quarterback for the Cowboys.
Of course, there's always been a lot of hot air in this booth anyways, Kevin.
We only contribute to it. An interception, the second interception of the night. That's number 37. He had the ball away. He might as well be the intended receiver. We are looking at number 37, Jim Kukovsky. And he's in the game for the first time this evening, and we're seeing a lot of new faces there getting experience. And hey, you can't ask for more. You get in the game first time for ball game, probably first varsity ball game for him. He gets interceptions, so that is good on his part.
And it's good for morale too, Kevin. Everybody gets an opportunity to play, and makes practice a lot easier the following week, especially when you're preparing, for a tough opponent like Minner is.
And our all gets a tough game. We do have to travel up to Minner again, so that effect of fatigue on the trip will be part of it. 34, Albert Carth on the counter grab, double handoff.
Don't remind me of that. Yeah.
Always exciting. We have to go a lot of places this year, as I mentioned earlier. That trip to Brook, West Virginia will be one heck of a trip. I usually don't prefer those kind of trips, as long as I don't have to ride on yellow cheese wagons with the football players.
Yeah, those aren't the most comfortable vehicles in the world.
Okay, we have a second down and 8 for the Falcons. One wide out. 35 Code is the ball carrier. He is pulled down under. And he's going to pick the short yards. We're happy because we have 28 points, but an offense has not been too impressive on these last two tries.
We've sputtered here early part of the second half, and I think it's because of what we talked about at halftime, what they might do. And just, they're, again, doing a lot more dealing inside than what they did in the first half. And, of course, now, if it doesn't work, they get burned. So, they're already down by 4 touchdowns anyway. So they got to take some chances.
7:13 remaining in the third period. One back. That's Powers. And Fletcher's going to go to throw the ball. He sees Wilson, but it's in and out of his hands, so that's incomplete.
And I think Eric made the wrong choice there, Kevin. He could have run for at least a first down or more, but he decided to throw the football and come up a bit short.
I think it was Derek Fletcher's first incomplete pass of the night. I think we prefer these, of course, are unofficial statistics, but 2 of those completions have been for touchdowns. So that'll bring up a 4th down and 6, definitely 4th down territory in this situation. Ball resting on Cowboys' 25-yard line. Thrown back is Powers, 2 wings, Connor to the Weston, and wide this side is Rob Tofill. Fletcher rolling to this side. He's running, and he struggles, and no. He gets just beyond the line of scrimmage, pick up 1, so the ball's going to go back on down to the Chain Cowboys. So right now, Falcons have just to pick up a first down here in the second half.
And there, I think the Cowboys, seeing it we've seen in the first half, that being a very successful play for us, we're looking for that. Kevin did a pretty good job of defending it. And if Derek's really only 1 man away, I think if he doesn't grab his jersey, I think that's a good chance of picking up the first down.
So the Falcons are now back on defense. Chaney starts first and 10 with 6:36 remaining in the third period. Pitches just far back, and he goes nowhere. Ross Tofill's in on that stop. Number 35, Cosa, and also number 73 in on that stop for the Falcons. Tackles the chalk.
And that's just more, let's keep honest, I think. When you're going to see him throw the football probably 3 out of every 4 downs, but probably every once in a while they're going to still try and run the ball. Hopefully, they do break loose one of those speed burners they've got there in the backfield.
So that'll bring a second and long situation, probably throwing situation for the Cowboys. And it's going to be the auction, and he's going to keep himself Turk, but he's going to go very far. Don Hauser in on that stop and strong safety. Number 29, Chuck Ham, also on stop. Don Hauser, the inside linebacker. He was the leading tackler on the Falcons team last year at inside linebacker, so that's one of our strong points. He's also tight end, also has a touchdown tonight, so Don Hauser's having a good evening for the Falcons.
I'm sure they accomplished their goal defensively there. We made the quarterback run with the football rather than pitch back their tailback who had much better ball carrier in that situation, Kev.
The whole defensive unit is working good together as a team, and that's the whole concept of the Fitch defense. A lot of team play out there. The quick pass, the pop pass, and it's complete. And it's also first down ball out to the Cowboys' 40-yard line. Now, number 25 in on the stop there for the Falcons. That's Eric Tobille.
And they showed option there, and the quarterback took about 2 or 3 steps into his option course and pulled up and, of course, hit the tight end. I believe it was a little look-in pass, which they tried to complete early in the ball game. Weren't quite successful as we were there.
So I bring up a first down and 10 for the Cowboys. Long down out formation. I think it's going to be called against the Falcons. We jumped too early. Excited there was number 7, no tackle, Ben Burton. So that is offside on the defense. That'll move it ahead 5 more yards. So the Cowboys are now on 45-yard line.
It's always frustrating Kevin when the nose man jumps outside because he's the guy the ball's looking right in the face, and he would think he'd be the last guy who would do that. But of course he's a little bit anxious and over-aggressive, and those things happen.
You're out there ready to play. You see a lot of things that don't actually happen. He must have saw the ball move in his own mind. Well, I formation wide after this side of the field. Turn on the option again. This time he'll pitch it. Number 29, who goes just about nowhere. That's 29. The ball carries Mark Gilchrist. He only picked up 1 on the play. Stop made by number 63, Jeff Galena, senior inside linebacker. Also in on that stop is number 42, Don Makovich.
Yeah, we got good pursuit out of defense again. It's another plus that we've seen tonight. You know, getting people the football, Kevin, and that was one of the comments people were making. You know, again about the scrimmages. We just weren't tackling well. Weren't getting a lot of people the football. Didn't look very quick, but tonight it has been that way.
There's more flags on the field. They skin down in short situation. Once again, it's offsides against the Falcons. That'll get the Cowboys a first down, and it'll be in Falcon territory.
Up to this point, it's been an air-free football game on our part, Kevin, but now we're getting a little bit sloppy here. And, of course, sometimes when the score gets out of hand like it is, you know, things like that will happen. We lose a little bit of concentration.
Yeah, we don't want to see the Falcons get too lax this evening because that can carry over into the week, and that can distract practice in the next game that trip the winner. The pitch is to number 29, and he has some open room, and he plows all the way into the 35-yard line. Number 1 on the stop, and number 25, that's number 1 for the Falcons, Otto Palick, and number 25, Eric Tofo, both on the stop for the Falcons.
There we've seen what we thought, you know, could happen during the football game, you know, with all that speed that Kevin. He gets in that secondary, and you can see what they can do. You know, he's got some real quick speed, and I think this is a running back at town that runs about a 4.40. That's moving. That's picking them up and putting them down.
Well, Chaney has a little mix up there in formation, and the tailback is going to call a timeout. That's interesting for the tailback to call a timeout. I guess he had the best view of everything. I don't know.
Quarterback didn't recognize, I guess, what the problem was, but the tailback did, and it looked like they had some people lined up on the wrong side of the line of scrimmage. They came out in a different formation, and a little bit of confusion.
So in comes Jack Kenny to the Falcon huddle. Talk to his troops out there, the defensive coordinator.
What we're trying to do right now is accomplish another one of those goals, Kevin, and that's a shutout.
It's always one of the tough goals. Speaking of those goals, there are a lot of them that Falcon players do have for themselves. There's the team goals, such as the SBC championship and the playoff berth and undefeated season. There's also individual goals. And we mentioned earlier special team goals, keeping kick returns inside the 30 and so on and so forth. So Falcon players have a lot to shoot for out there. And also there's a tackle chart, always a good one on defense. Everyone likes to have their name on the top of the tackle chart.
And if you reach those goals, you know, normally you win the football game.
3:02 remaining here in the third period. Falcons still ahead by 28 points.
Who is that guy over there that keeps bothering us? The guy who...
Always enjoyable here in the press box. Along with voice of Falcons, Ken Carano. First down and 10 for the Cowboys. Ball resting on the Falcons' 36-yard line. Turek looks back, yet over receiver in middle. Nice catch on the part of number 34 there for Chaney. That's Tyrone Lockett. He was hit by 4 people, but not until he completed the ball. O'Palick there and on the stop. Number 25, Eric Tofil also in there, and a couple of Falcons on the top.
Well, it's kind of reminiscent of the first quarter when the Cowboys, you know, had their only sustained drive, Kevin, and right now moving the football quite well.
This is their farther encroachment in Falcon territory. Ball resting now on the 25-yard line of the Falcons. Which is to number 29, and Gilchrist. Stop there is number 73 and number 37 for the Falcons. That's Richard Chuck and Jeff Kowski also in there on that stop.
That's how you contain speed. You get a lot of people with football. Get somebody that, make them turn up field, get them containment and hope that you get a lot of people from the inside there as quickly as possible. And you usually can keep somebody like that in control. If they get that little seam and get outside on you, it could be problems. We've done a pretty good job containing tonight.
Well, sitting down in 10, probably see Cowboys go to the air. And a little fancy play, but it's going nowhere. And it does because of nice running by number 34 there, Tyrone Lockett. And he has that speed because there wasn't much of a hole, but his speed got through a little crack there was.
There we did a little bit of that reading that we talked about earlier, Kevin, that we were doing during the scrimmages. We got that in a one-on-one situation on the open field. Instead of really coming to balance, keeping the head up, we dipped a little bit there, and of course put a little move on, and should have been no gain, and ends up about a 7 or 8 yard gain.
Oh, the Falcons will do a little waking up here because right now Chaney is knocking on the door. The ball's resting on 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys. Power I switches out to the wing. More motion on the Cowboys' part. And the pitch is, well, we have a flag, so we'll see what the call is going to be. It's interesting. We didn't have any penalties in the first half, and now we've had about 4 here in the second half. You think it would have been the other way around with the first ball game of the season?
Well, a few of them have been honest, too, Kevin. And of course, we'll talk about with the coaching staff probably, I'm sure, was trying to prevent the halftime, and that was, that complacency that we talked about. And, you lose a little bit of concentration, you lose a little bit of that aggressiveness, and perhaps you start making these mistakes. And the Cowboys, they come up with a couple of decent plays, and they got a little bit of that old momentum on their side now.
I was incorrect. We did have one penalty in the first half. It was on that 2-point conversion, but Fletcher was able to put it in twice in the second time after the penalty, so that was successful. Turkov's back here, setting up screen, and the ball is dropped by 29, Gilchrist. No confrontation down there at the end, but it's always inevitable here in a football game. We're almost down to the end of the third period, 54 seconds remaining. This game's on pretty quick.
Yeah, I can see why some people are probably saying why we end up and started bumping people, but sometimes defensively they don't see what you see up here, and they could really could have been a lateral. If you wouldn't have wanted to see him standing around and he picked the ball up and run with it, if it was a pass behind the line of scrimmage, or behind, a lateral, I guess is what you would call it.
Falcons are coached stick to the ball, and they all got there, good pursuit, doing their jobs. 2 wideouts. Burke is looking for them on the pass, but he goes nowhere. He slips and falls back to the 30-yard line, and so what appeared to be good Chaney drive has fallen apart in these last 2 plays. They are now second. They're looking at 3rd down and about 25, so they have knocked on the door, but no one answered.
And a mistake. I've heard that sting out of the drive they had going. That penalty kind of maybe changed things around for us.
So it'll bring up 3rd down and long. 25 yards to go for the 1st down, so definitely passing situation. And Cowboys set up all the receivers to the side of the field. Turk up straight back, going to set the middle screen, and the reception, but he's still going. Well, I was premature, and he's going to go all the way here, down inside the 5-yard line. He picked up close to 1st down yardage. That was incredible running on the part there of the Chaney receiver. We had 5 guys converged on him. He got a couple blocks from the Cowboys. He went to the outside and down all the way close to between the 6 and 7 yards. So we're talking 4th down and short. Picked up a good 25 yards on that play.
Hey, tried, well, I guess you might call them sideline screens, Kevin, and they were too successful. They come back with a middle screen and picked up a big play there. And I really think we had more to do with it there than they did. We, again, didn't tackle real well in the second there. We had opportunities to stop for practically no gain, but first he did a nice job running the football, too.
Well, that's a 3rd period that was dominated by the Cowboys. It ends right now. Falcons still ahead by 28 points. But when you look at the film tomorrow, you're going to say, what happened to the defense and what happened to the offense? Because what was flawless play in the first half is now turned into so-so play. Mediocre at best. And
again, you look back at that first half, we scored 2 touchdowns within a couple of minutes at the end of the second.
Actually, within 40 seconds of each other.
And, without those quick scores, if we're only up 14-0 and they're knocking on the door, that could be a completely different football game. This is why we said we called time out there. Every point that we put on board wasn't put at that time, and it wasn't, he looked like we were trying maybe to run a score, but it still was only the end of the first half.
Goal line defense comes in for the Falcons. This is interesting. If you recall the Glenville game 2 years ago, as we sat here jokingly in the second half, and we were up by at least 28, and the next thing we knew, the tar-bloodder from Cleveland Glenville came back. And it's certainly not going to look like that's going to happen here, but the Cowboys are playing better ball, and the Falcons have gone down on it.
And I think it was pointed out we brought in our first-team secondary to Kevin, which might make a difference now.
And also the goal line defense of 6 down linemen, 3 linebackers, and 2 defensive backs. And that was 29, the ball carrier, Gilchrist, and he's going to get, I think he'll get 1st down yardage there, depending on the placement. but I only had to go for about a yard. And they'll give him the first down. So now Chaney has 4 times and 4 chances to put the ball in from 4 yards out.
First and goal for Cowboys on the 4-yard line.
Well, we had an opportunity to start goal line defense there anyway, Kevin. So you know what we can do here in a
Yeah,
first and goal situation, the inside 5-yard line.
everything will get its chance to be tested this evening. Right now, the goal line defense, as you said, is on line. And Turret's going to go through a hole. It was there, but quickly plugged by linebackers. Stop is finally made by, let's see, number 53. I was going to go and can't call their name.
I believe it's Amargia.
Todd Samergia. Todd Samergia. We again apologize if we didn't mispronounce any names. It's Todd Samergia. And go with Democratic way up here. We'll give our opportunities. Whoa, and he is hit on the line of scrimmage. That's Gilchrist. He hits a big wall made up of number 87 in there on goal line defense. That is Matt Story, outside linebacker, and a couple of the interior people. They just stood him right up, and I know Jack Kenny happy to see that, because if your goal line defense hands up those offensive backs in this situation, that's all you can hope for.
Yeah, that's really what you try to achieve on, just a stalemate. That's what we did, Kevin.
That'll bring up 3rd down, 3 yards to go. Ball resting on the 3-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Right now, once again, ask for your support for the Austintown school levy, the $3.9 million levy that will be on the ballot. And it's the fact known here in Austintown, the first time in 15 years the Austintown school system had to borrow money. $1.5 million was borrowed to keep the school in operation in 1988. And we'd like your support and a vote of yes in November in order to help make up for that borrowing of money, and also to keep the Austintown schools a fine school system, and that has brought about this fucking team and many other sports teams and a fine school system in general to keep it going and in the black. Gilchrist on the carry once again. He's close, but there's no signal from the officials. Just a bunch of enthusiastic Cowboy fans. So it'll be 4 down and very, very close. So it'll be a crucial down right now. That shutout goal is on the goal line, shall we say.
Yeah, probably less than a lot to the football there, Kevin. I'm surprised they've come right at us, too. You know, they haven't tried to, and I thought they might try to utilize some of the quickness they have because we kind of control things inside. They come right at us.
So here we go. 9:18 remaining here in the ball game. Burke, the quarterback, power eye behind him. 1 yard for pay dirt. 20 and Gilchrist up, and he breaks the pin in the goal, and he's in. He jumped over the top of the pile, breaks the plane with the ball, and scores 6 points for the Cowboys. That is Gilchrist, number 29. So the shutout went by the wayside, and got to give back the credit to the Chaney offense. They wanted a nice drive and came back a couple times, and they were in a hole position.
Yeah, you could give them credit, Kevin, because they could, after being down by 4 scores, come on and quit and gone through the motions here in the second half. And of course, they put a good drive together, and really we're down to about 9 minutes left in the football game, and we still get pretty control thing there, but you never know.
That's not nice hits to Turek. This is pretty exciting, to say the least. Caught it. Hey, he got it.